Hey guys, this is going to be a video for the sign of Virgo. Going to be a reading for the month of October for Virgo. Whoever possesses a potent energy that matches the sign of Virgo. Just shuffling a couple more times. Okay, one more after this. Then we're going to split. Okay, let's split. All right. All right, Virgo. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to pull the first card, which is going to be what the main theme will be, possibly, in October for Virgo. Main theme. 3. The 5 of Pentacles is going to be the theme. What's covering it? Okay, I guess it fell out. The Knight of Wands covers this, or it could be influencing this 5 of Pentacles. What is crowning? What's at the top of this? What's at the top of this for Virgo? The star is at the top of it, crowning it. Okay. What is below for Virgo? It's below. What's below? Below is the 7 of Swords. That's what's below. What is behind? What's okay? Behind is the 7, another 7 of Pentacles. Okay, 7 of Pentacles behind. 7 of Swords below. The star is above. We have 5 of Pentacles as a theme. And we have the Knight of Wands that is covering it. So then what is in front? What's in front for Virgo? What's in front? What's in front? In front is the Page of Cups. That's in front. Okay. That's in front. Okay. Let's look at a card for you, Virgo. Oop. Card for you, Virgo. What's in your spot right now? Something for you. Three of Cups is the card for you. What is a card to represent others outside of you? Others outside of you. Other people. King of Swords. King of Swords. What is in the hope and fear? What's in the hope and fear? Okay. Hope and fear. First thing that came out is the 9 of Wands here. The 9 of Wands, and then the King of Wands. So that's like hope and fear. I almost feel like this one represents the fear, and then this represents a hope. And then let's look at overall. Overall for Virgo. Overall. 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 Overall is the Chariot. All right, so there's 2 major arcanas here. At the very bottom, there's 5 of Wands. Kind of shows the, you know, many changes that are kind of happening in your life right now, it seems. That's what it looks like for sure. So let's go ahead and get started with the what the theme could be. I feel like it's involving money, right? It's been harder to pay the bills, possibly. It's financial hardships. Have been really, perhaps there could be something that recently has hit you, an unexpected bill sent to you, something of that nature that has made it difficult to kind of come back into the swing of things. With the Knight of Wands, I feel like I could see this in 2 different ways, right? Because the Knight of Wands is like, fire. Hey, I want to play. I want a thrill. I like thrills and adrenaline chaser. So it could be from gambling. I don't know, making a bet that is lost. Maybe just being around somebody who isn't a very good influence on you. So it could be that. Some kind of individual that, could be, not that you're a victim or anything, because we have accountability, right? We make our own decisions. However, sometimes when you allow certain people in your life, it can have consequences. So, or it could just be somebody that, was, because especially when I look at what's behind, there's 7 of Pentacles. I feel like it gave me this kind of feeling that it's like you've been waiting around for so long, and you're just tired of waiting for, whether it's a job thing, whether it's money, maybe it's just been hard to find work. That could be it too, actually. No, that could be it too. Like, because you're waiting here, you're like, there's no opportunities going on. I'm trying to like find a good job, but at the same time, with the Knight of Wands here covering this, maybe it's also because maybe you need to be careful on your spending. Like I said, it's like betting too. You're making bets, or maybe you're just kind of not really paying attention to some things. Before you know it, you're just living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe for some out there. We have the Star card that's crowning. So You have a lot of dreams. You have a lot of aspirations. There's so much that you want to do. But maybe it's been really difficult to pick what you want to do in life. Or maybe you have tried, but it's harder to get into the field that you desire to start a career in. So it's like you're at this, like maybe you are really passionate. You're ready to kickstart your journey and your new phase, but right now the times aren't really allowing it. And it's been more difficult to get that going. What's below, and I'm trying to figure out what the numbers really mean here because there's 2 7s. So there's the 7 of Pentacles here, see? Then we have the 7 of Swords that's below. So that's below. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this 7 of Swords is you kind of, I mean, you have so many aspirations here, right? That's crowning you. But why is it that you're still here, that you still have 5 of Pentacles? You know, it could either be that maybe you're focusing too much on hobbies and not focusing on things that need to get done. Maybe it could also have to do with like vices. If it's not that, then perhaps it's someone else that is doing that or bringing upon that. But then at the same time, you know, you have to think about, is it a good idea then for them to be in my life? You know, if that's the cause, if that's what's happening, like why? Of course, it's easier said than done. I understand. 7 of Swords. So 2 7s, 14. 4 plus 1, 5. That's the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Wands. You know what? I wonder if one of the reasons why maybe you feel like this is something you constantly have to deal with. And maybe the root of it is because subconsciously you like change, even though it's like a record that plays that you're not even aware of. And they're formed when we're little. It depends on what circumstances, what situations were you used to being around growing up. Was it always chaotic? Was there constantly changes? Was there constantly scary things happening? Constantly moving? Constantly, feeling fear? Constantly, that kind of a vibe. Because even if it's not happening now, but it happened a lot in your childhood, that influences your subconscious programming. And with the 5 at the bottom of the deck, and for these 2 7s here, which represents stagnation and also self-sabotage, it could represent self-sabotage in my opinion, then that could be what makes this. Even though there's some fire there, but why is, it doesn't line up. And then you have so many aspirations, but why that? Why is that happening exactly? Maybe. Another thing is that perhaps it's just you're going to have to be frugal. Maybe it has nothing to do with subconscious programming. Perhaps it has more to do with you're just going to have to act more frugal in the month of October. because, inflation, of course. And I mean, I don't care where you live, even if you don't live in the States, money's going up in every part of the world right now. So it's not just one portion of the world, it's all around the world. Everyone's going through difficulties. So it could also be that. There are significant changes happening in the way that our lives are structured. And it's affecting on a collective scale, a global scale, in fact. So that would make sense to me. Now, what's in front is the Page of Cups. So it's another person that's popping up here that is in front. And I mean, I'm not sure what he represents, he or she. But maybe since the cup is turned towards the Five of Pentacles in the middle, it could be an individual that helps you heal something. And if it's not healing something, they help you out of a rut. But not in the sense to where, I mean, this is a page. So it's not like some big, authority figure. It's more like maybe a friend. Could be. However, since the Page is the youngest of them all, maybe I don't know, if this is love related, I mean, it could be a younger person coming into your life, a younger love interest even that comes into your life. And, but doesn't have to be for sure. Maybe just some young individual comes into your life in the month of October and makes some impact, changes some things around for you. So, which is very possible. That can happen to anyone, right? It's possible. It happens all the time. So let's go ahead and look at the card for you, which is the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups being for you in your position here. There's that Page of Cups too that's in front. And the Three of Cups is here in your spot. That almost tells me that maybe you're already kind of actively trying to put yourself out there, even if it's not for love, just being more social. Maybe you're trying to be more social, right? And to kind of change your energy so that, I mean, regardless of whatever's happening in your life, like you don't stay stuck in that sadness or stress or whatever it is. So I think that's what this represents here. And the King of Swords in your environment, either in your environment or just the way that the outside world seems. And I can see this as also being kind of like how you've been viewing the outside world, because the King of Swords is very cold and like Big Dad does not give any excuses. All right. You better buck up, kid. No complaining. This is how it is. You got to deal with it. And that's it. So maybe if it's not that, then maybe you're having some, the King of Swords in your environment. This could also mean that in the month of October, someone might be trying to have some more clear communication with you. Whether they are in your actual vicinity or not, someone who knows you could be trying to get some clear communication from you that maybe hasn't been so clear in the past. Yeah, because the King of Swords doesn't want to fuck around. He wants to get down to business and he wants to be straight up and blunt. So, and just like the Queen of Swords. But the King of Swords is actually not as cold and brutal as the Queen of Swords is, believe it or not. So at least it's a little lighter and not so extreme. At least, in my opinion, that's how I view it. In the hopes and fears, now I had the 2 cards, right? And we have these, this one representing in what I feel is the fear, the 9 of Wands, and the hope is the King of Wands. Now, whether this King of Wands represents somebody that you want, and it's like your desired, perfect individual, or if it's not that, something more realistic, anyways, which I know majority of Virgos prefer anyway, more realistic stuff. This could just be like, you want to upgrade from King of Wands, or Knight of Wands, not King of Wands. My bad. This is more immature, right? So maybe this did represent you. Maybe this will represent you. I don't know. There could be that tie there. But your hope is that you want to just be like, hey, I'm sitting on my throne. I rule my kingdom. I've got that mojo. I've got that charisma. Yeah. Maybe. Or it could just be that, it's just so much better to be like, go for the King of Wands here. You want to be a king. You don't want to be like, guarding sticks and shit for God knows who, and looking like you're scared as fuck because you don't know if someone's going to like come after your ass. This person just looks really guarded to me. So, and obviously, it kind of represents like being overprotective, being very like boundaries are super duper high, and, and so it's that kind of thing. And then in the possible outcome, or the just in general, the overall is the Chariot. So the Chariot is about traveling, but it's also about expanding. Since the Chariot is representing, well, they say represents the sign Cancer, which I still have a difficult time understanding why that is. But Cancer is the nurturer, right? It's the moon. So I guess the dark side of the moon, the light side and the dark side of the moon, or it just reminds me of the yin yang, which is the yin yang in English, but in Chinese, you pronounce it yin yang. So yin is the female, submissive, the cold, and yang is the warm, the masculine. So expanding something about yourself, evolving from something. But if this is the overall, hell, this could also mean that you're going to dress up like this for Halloween. It could also mean that. Really, though, I'm serious. Like, it could be as simple as that. So, or maybe this is your sign that you should dress up as a pharaoh for Halloween. Yeah. I don't know. You could travel. Maybe you will make plans to travel somewhere, and by the end of the month, you'll either have those travel plans figured out and booked or reserved, or you'll just be going on it at the end of October. Could be that too. So I would say it has something to do with the heart, the emotions, because of Cancer, and on top of that, because we have the Star card as well. So this is the major arcana of Aquarius, and it is crowning you right now. So, and this represents your aspirations, your goals and stuff. So maybe this is really something that is tied in with what you really want to do, your passion. So, yeah. the Star card, which is Aquarius, and the Chariot, which is Cancer. So, that's pretty cool. I do want to get one more card, though, because just for shits and giggles, make it more interesting. Anything else? Anything else for Virgo for October? Oh! Okay, something flew out. Oh. Oh my God. I can't. Ah! Oh! Shit! Ugh. That. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. I almost fall over. Okay, I'm right. Anyway, it's the Six of Pentacles. So that was another little thing that came out for you. And the Six of Pentacles, actually, this is an Earth side card. This is definitely your card, Virgo, because Virgos are more service oriented. Like that's what Virgos naturally are. Different types of service. Service doesn't mean like, oh, being pleasing, being a people pleaser, wanting to be a maid for everyone. No, it doesn't mean that. What service can be: service in like teaching, counseling, service in being there for somebody, right? Giving them like, just being there for someone, or appreciating somebody, putting in like effort and quality time. Like there's different types of ways to serve and be of service, and selfless to others. So, yeah, I mean, just keep being you, Virgo. Just keep being you. And, Virgo can be very brutal, yes. On the outside, they come off that way. On the outside, they come off as very like judgmental, like perfectionist type. Oh, you didn't, there was a error here. Oh, like a typo or something like that. Just little things. I do that too, actually, because I have, even though I don't have like any planets in my Virgo area, I have a lot of Virgo in my life. And on top of that, my mom's a Virgo. She's got a stellium in Virgo. So she is super duper, super, like, I mean, super duper Virgo. All right. I mean, it's as Virgo as you can get. My mom right there, which I love her to death. So, but yeah, it's, what was I saying? Oh, yes, I just ran it on. So they might come off that way, but deep down, maybe not all, but deep down, Virgos are very understanding. And when they do give you criticism, it's not because they're trying to make you feel bad. It's healthy criticism. It's like they do it in a way because they want to help you grow. Because if you think about it, what does a real friend do? What does a true friend do? What does someone who really loves you or cares about you do? They tell you the truth. Because if they lie to you, even though what they're seeing they know is not good, and they're just doing it to make you feel better, it doesn't help in the end, right? And they know that they want you to get better and to build upon yourself. And I really do appreciate that about Virgos big time. I mean, I really do. That's a quality from Virgos that I always admire and appreciate very much, is their honesty. And, as long as you don't take it personal and you see where it's coming from, that is what changes the perspective, how you see it. And then you realize just how amazing and important they are. So, and everyone has a purpose in life, different areas. We all play a very important role in this life. Anyways, all right, I'm done ranting. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I hope you enjoyed that reading. I am not a fortune teller, just disclaimer. I'm not trying to like say here, do this and that and this, that, and the other. This is all for entertainment purposes only. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, do not take it. All right. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm telling you not to take it if it doesn't resonate. But if you so choose to take it, even though regardless of that, then that's on you. And I'm ranting again. All right. Peace out.